Hi lock lovers, it's me Natty Ann showing you how to enjoy the journey. So I am back with pretty much part 2 to our previous video. I showed you how we basically chopped about 7 inches off of my husband's locks, and boy, that video to me was so funny because he really wanted to do it, but you could tell that the nervousness was just settling in, you know, as we discussed like how we're gonna do it, how short we're gonna go. And, you know, he's had his locks for like 8 years, I think now, and I started it. So I was getting kind of emotional as I was cutting it for some reason, and I didn't think that I would, but I did. You know, I saw him through different phases of his lock journey, obviously different phases of his life. So it was cool, you know. We ended up letting go of all of that hair, pretty much half of the length, and he really likes it. He's enjoying it. He feels a lot lighter, and what can I say? He likes it. I like it too. So now that that part is over with, he has all of this hair. So what do we do with that hair, you know? Now, everybody has their own process on how they dispose or part, you know, with their hair. And we all know that locks hold a lot of energy. People say that, but I feel like hair in general holds energy no matter what style you have. So being that he has this whole bag of hair, I asked him, I'm like, yo, what are you gonna do with it? And he said, I'm gonna burn it. So I was like, oh, okay. That could be a whole ritual. That could be a thing, you know, where we burn the hair, and, you know, he parts with it and he releases it, and whatever, you know, he wants to say while he's doing it, he can say it. And it's just a good way to just let it go. Now, for me, I've done trims in the past. I haven't had like a huge, big chop like that on my locks, but I did trim my hair a couple years ago. And what did I do with that hair? I think I just banded it up and just tossed it with my hair supplies. Like, it was not that deep to me. And then sometimes I would trim like an individual lock that needs to be trimmed, and then like I just put it down somewhere. so so I don't know, like I feel like the next time I cut my hair, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna burn it. And honestly, when he burned his hair, the little straggly hairs that I had, you know, that was in the supply box, I tossed it in too. So we're gonna show you that, okay? We're gonna show you how we did it. I'm gonna let D talk to you and kind of tell you guys how he feels and why he even wants to do it this way. But before we get into that, I want to talk about how, you know, people have different ideologies and superstitions that they believe when it comes to hair and how to dispose it. There's some people that say, do not throw your hair in the garbage. Do not have your hair just laying all over the place, because if your hair gets into the wrong hands, people could do something with it. Like, that's because your hair is a part of your DNA, right? So they could use it for like voodoo, hoodoo, whatever they want. So you don't want your hair to get into the wrong hands or people that have ill intentions for you, you know? So that's why it's good to burn your hair, or some people say flush it. But I went on TikTok. You know how you could just easily go down a rabbit hole? I did that. I started looking at some videos just to see people's thoughts and opinions on it. And I came across this one young lady's video, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to insert it here.
So when it comes to this comment, I feel like it's something that the Black community all kind of do. Like we all kind of just burn our hair or discard of our hair or whatever in a certain manner. So I want to say why. Basically, for burning your hair, it's because it's so fucking easy for someone to put roots on you, but it's harder to remove or get rid of if they have your DNA. So, for example, people could give you a cake, people could give you a fucking plant, somebody can touch your hand, put a powder, put something in your yard, and now you have fucking roots on you. So, to minimize anything like that, you want to minimize all physical, like, contact that they could put with the roots and your DNA or anything that actually links you. So, you burn the hair to get rid of it, but some people also flush the hair. But me personally, I was taught to not flush the hair because then the rats will do something with the fucking hair, and it's bad. It's a bad omen, and it can take away your luck or fuck up your health or something like that. But yeah, this is just one of the many faces of hoodoo.
Interesting, right? So let me know in the comments what you guys think about that and what you actually think about disposing your hair. How do you dispose your hair? How do you part with your hair when you cut it? Shoot. Let me know in the comments. Let's chat, okay? And yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys how we parted with the hair.
New chapter.
Thank you for the new start, fresh beginnings.
Oh, you missed the fire. I did. And she missed it. There you go.
All right. Definitely.
So I've been growing my locks for about 8 years. They was getting heavy. The reason why I wanted to do this fire, not only did we just happen to stumble across some firewood, but Natalie and myself, we threw our locks in the fire. For me, the reason why I like to burn my locks, at least the ones that I cut, is to symbolize a change. There's one thing about fire: it transmutes energy, and out with the old and with the new.